No, 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 no. See if our thing is good now or set yet. Hello. Oh my God. So today it's snowing. It's really snowing, and whenever it's cold, or whenever there's a sign that it's cold, other than it just being cold, I want to make some hot cocoa. So I'm having that with peanuts, of all things. I'm sorry if you're allergic to peanuts, because they are like the best thing ever invented. So I'm having some roasted peanuts with my cocoa here. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am so happy that you're here with me today. I am so happy that you took the time. So what are we talking about today? What are we doing today? So in today's video, we are only going to focus on what to look out for when you're buying plants. And then soon after this, we are going to talk about where to buy these plants, right? So let's get into this video. Let's do it. Thank you so much for being here. Hope you subscribe, like, share, comment, do all the things so that we go to other people's pages too. I want to be on everyone's YouTube recommendation. You know, like there's this growing channel somewhere. Please watch. Please, just give it time, whatever it is. So welcome to my video. To those new people who subscribed, I am thankful, forever grateful. Thank you so much for being with me. My name is Naniso, and I will just be here with you, sharing with you a few tips on plants and gardening, whatever comes to mind, whatever I find online, whatever is going on, we'll talk about it. All things plants here, okay? Let's get into this video. So, as I said, we are going to focus on what to look out for when you are buying a plant, right? Okay, backstory. So the reason why I made this video is because when I was starting, the very first plant that I got was the most intimidating experience I've ever experienced, right? When it comes to like buying a plant. I didn't know which plant to buy, what should I focus on when I'm getting it. So I was like, let me make this video just in case someone is looking for a plant out there, right? They want to do it, but they don't know where to start. What do you look out for? What is going on? So this is just an overview of the little things that you should look up to. And also you can do a little bit more research when you're now doing it for yourself, right? When you're now getting the exact plant you want, the exact plant you like, then you can do a little bit more research. We can talk about that too. The very first thing we'll talk about is lighting conditions in your space. So we need to know what lighting in your space is like. Where do you get the most sunlight? Where is it like an enclosed space? Do you have open windows? Do you have closed windows? Do you even have a bit of sunlight, right? Depending on where you are in the world, some windows will never see a ray of sunshine throughout the year, right? So you need to make sure that you know your lighting conditions. This is where you have to use your compass, okay? You need to make sure you first open your compass, go into your compass on your iPhone or whatever phone you have, or Android. Just go in there, make sure that you check like which window faces where. My windows face northeast, and the other side faces southeast. My windows are southeast and northwest, right? And so I have this window that faces northwest, the other one is southeast, and I have my bedroom window. One of them is southeast, and I have a south and a west, right? So in my bedroom and my bathroom, I have better lighting than in my living space, even though I put more plants here. They seem to be doing okay, so it doesn't matter. So you need to make sure that you look out for those things. And as you are looking at lighting through compass, you need to look at lighting in your space as well, because sunlight is different depending on seasons. So for myself, in my room during winter time, this is a new apartment that I got into, so I had to study that. So I could see that during summer my sunlight is like very direct, so the sun seems more east than it is southeast for me during summer. And then when winter came, the sun is seeming like I'm closer to the south as I am to the east, so my sunshine is kind of curved, yet during summer it's kind of going in the whole house, right? I literally have to move plants further away from the window during summer because all the sun is coming in for like 6 hours in the morning. It's crazy. So that's what it is, right? Make sure that you look into that, look into your lighting, understand the lighting conditions you have, and then after that you need to understand what type of a plant will work in that space, right? That's what's important as well. We need to make sure that you bring in a plant that's going to thrive in a space than a plant that you aspire to thrive, right? We all have those plants that we got and we're like, I hope it works, I hope it survives, I don't know what it needs. I only saw it in the store because obviously we were buying plants one after the other. We didn't care what type of plant it is. So make sure you understand lighting. Before I move on, I just want to say plants do require different lighting. So make sure, again, reiterate, make sure that you get a plant that goes with your space. So that's, as you can tell, some people end up putting their plants in cabinets and grow lights and all that, all because of a plant's conditions. You need to mimic where this plant is coming from so that it doesn't die on you. If you're not going to be that plant parent who is going to buy grow lights, just make sure that your plant goes with the lighting that you have, right? Point number 2, we need to talk about the size of the plant you're buying, right? So we need to talk about the sizing of the plant. What size are you going for when you get the plant? How is it going to look when you put it in whatever spot you have? For example, maybe you only have like a windowsill. It's only one little space within your space that allows sunshine in, or the bright light is coming through. Maybe you just need a little pot. For example, I'll just use this as an example because I'm close by. Imagine this might be it. This might be the only size you can have in your space because you don't have huge windows or a floor space that allows you to have as many plants as you want. You might be living in a little space. It's okay. Just get what works. There are even little pots as well, and there are also wall pots that you can have. You can buy those, so you can have wall thing, what is it called? You can put your plants on the wall instead of having them on the ground or on a windowsill, so you can have your own plant wall, right? Which is amazing. I am for that. I want that too, but I'm just like, who's going to do it for me? I'm scared to do it myself, so I need someone to come and do that for me. Please help. Point number 3 is your plant's water and soil requirements. What does your plant need, right? Like different plants need different things. If you buy a cactus plant, it will require a different soil mix. If you buy a pothos, it will require a different soil mix. So because of that, make sure that when you get a plant, I will advise this. When you go to the store to buy the plant, just leave the store with the plant and the soil mix for the future changes that you're going to do, because you don't want to make multiple steps on caring for that one plant, right? So just make one step. You get the soil, you get whatever you need along with the plant, instead of just getting into the store, buy one thing and leave. Because I experienced this too. Like, I got a plant and I didn't have any soil mix just for it. Do you know what I did? I went outside. I'm talking about my very first plant. I went outside because I had a patio where I lived. I had a patio, so I went and took the soil from outside, put it in a pot, and put my cactus plant. I know it was an aloe vera. Put my aloe vera plant in there. Imagine what happened next. The plant died. All the leaves were just soggy. Oh my God, it was so sad. All of it just got soggy and all that, and most of it died. Then I was like, oh my god, I need to change this soil. Obviously I went online, looked through different websites on Google to see what type of soil mix should I get, and everything was go and get cactus soil, go and get succulent soil mix. And I went and got that, and I bought perlite on top. I need to make sure. That's the only reason why I managed to save that plant, even though it ended up dying again. It still died on me after all that. Anyway, it's okay. Number 4, okay, let's talk about point number 4. Let's focus on the climate you are in. For example, I am in Ohio. My climate is different from someone in Florida, from someone in California. Oh my God, how I wish to be in California. Life. Anyway, imagine you are in Ohio, you want to have your plants outside like everybody else. You would think it will survive. No, it's not going to survive. It's going to die because the weather here is brutal. It's going to get it's going to freeze. It's going to get snowed on and it's going to die. That's what it is. So make sure that you get a plant. So the whole point is not this, like leaving a plant outside. The point is about the indoor space as well. What is your temperature in your house, right? What type of a plant is going to survive in your climate? Some plants require sunshine throughout the year. Croton, you call it. That plant, I bought it because it looked beautiful with the beautiful vibrant leaves. And I got it and put it in my house. Even though it was during winter, it kind of survived. It was dropping leaves one after the other. Then during summer, I'm like, oh, maybe now it's going to do better. Would you believe that that plant didn't survive even my summertime? It literally dropped leaves during summer. I changed soil. I moved it to water. I tried everything I could to keep that plant alive. It did not survive. I ended up having to just cut it from my life. I had to do that because it wasn't the best plant for my climate. Maybe it wasn't the best plant for my house climate, because I am terrible with tropical plants like a croton. But other plants will do well in my climate. For example, a pothos plant. A pothos plant is going to give me new growth throughout the year, whether it's winter or summer. I literally am always shocked at how much pothos plants grow. This is why they are invasive, right? They're like an invasive species and they do grow. They don't care about the climate you put them in. And please make sure that the temperature in your house is not too cold or too hot, depending on the time of year you are in. If you have AC unit, if you have heating, don't put your plant right below the heat or right in front of the AC. It's going to die. You're just giving it too much of one thing, right? Don't do that. So just make sure that your climate within your space, within your area, goes with the plant you decide to have. So for myself, I try to go for the easy plants because also I'm a lazy plant mom. I'm not trying to have a cabinet of so many plants. I aspire to have that life maybe in the future, but for now I will enjoy the little plants that are easy to care for. So just get yourself the easiest to care for your climate than anywhere else. Don't care about Instagram pictures and videos of all those amazing plants. You don't know how to care for them if you don't research. So go and research a little bit more about this thing and then come and buy. Number 5, guys, make sure that we get plants that are not toxic to our little babies and little fur babies if you have those. So just make sure that you get plants that work for you. I do not own a pet, or neither do I have a child, so I never really care to see which one is toxic, which one is not. But if you do have kids, I believe there are plants that I already can tell, like, you shouldn't be eating that. For example, a rubber plant, that liquid, don't put that in your mouth. So imagine if you have a child and the child comes in and kind of, take one leaf off and start drinking the milk. You don't know what that is. I don't know if it's toxic or not, honestly, but I'm just saying as an example, that looks toxic to me. So I'm not going to make you go by that. So, and also pets, Pets love chewing on everything. So just make sure that you get things that work for your household. Don't just get any plant just because it's beautiful. If you get one that is toxic, make sure that you put in a space that everybody doesn't, all the ones that can be endangered. Just make sure that when you get a plant that's toxic, you put it where no one reaches. If they are the ones who might be endangered when they eat or touch or whatever, just make sure of that. So just do that. Number 6, it'll be make sure that you get a plant that you read, understand about plant care requirements. Plant care and maintenance is essential for each plant. So make sure that you read through whatever information you find, you get online. Everything is now online. We all find it online. Make sure that you read through that and understand the plant care. Some plants require more sun in the, for example, some plants will say they want 6 hours of sunlight, direct light. Some will require minimal lighting, some needs the shade. So just make sure that you do that. And then some plants will require specific watering and specific maybe you need to prune the plant, you need to do this. So just make sure that you're doing that so that your plant will thrive in your space. We don't want these plants to die. That is so 2020 or whatever the year people began hoarding plants, right? That's when we are leaving it. We are leaving it behind. Now we are caring for the plants that we want to care for, the plants that want us to care for them. That's what I'll say. Is it you or is it the plant? The plant cannot suit your environment. It's okay, right? So let's just care for our plants however we can and just read through online sources, and wherever you buy the plant, if it's a nursery, make sure that you ask as well. Just ask them, what do I do to keep this plant alive? They will tell you. They will definitely help you with that. Can we talk about the aesthetic of the plant? I got some plants, right? I got some plants that I thought were going to look amazing when I have them. They're going to be this beauty. I'm looking at you, Jade Pathos. It's right there. I'm looking at that plant and I'm like, girl, you are not giving me anything. I wanted you to do something for me. You are not. She's just sitting there. The whole summer, she was just sitting there. Now it's winter. She's just sitting there. What do I do, guys? Help me. I wanted to be all filled up. I wanted to fill the pot, but she's growing very slowly. She's not doing as much. But anyway, for aesthetic, you want a plant that grows the way you want. For example, if it's a pathos, how do you want it to look in your space? Do you want it to just be, it has to be something that you are willing to understand before you buy the plant, right? How is the pathos going to grow? How is the monstera going to grow? How is the rubber plant going to grow? What of the fiddle leaf fig? What type of a shape will it be? How is it going to hold up? How is it going to hold up when it's growing in your space, right? As the plant grows, it changes, it shifts. There are so many plants that look so cute when they're tiny, and then they grow. Oh my God, you're like, what is going on here? You know what I mean? So make sure that you understand how the plant is going to be in your space, because that's important. You don't want a plant that you're going to hate on every single day. You're like, you don't fit in. You don't fit in my space. We don't want that. We want a plant that goes well. And I see some of these people who are buying, like for example, in my previous video, I was just mentioning like different trends that were coming out here. Like for example, people are going for the minimalistic look. Don't get a bushy growing plant. If you want that look, if you want the minimal look, just go for the spider plant, go for the Dracena kind of looking plants. Go for the plants that resemble that, the cactus, the different kinds of cactus. There are so many plants that are very minimal looking than you going for a tropical plant. That's what I'm just trying to say. Like, go for the aesthetic you want before you commit to buying a plant, because you don't know how it's going to grow until you find out, until you look through the information. So look through your resources available and make sure that you understand how the plant is going to grow before you put it in your house. Can you even alter the plant when it's growing? Can you cut it? Can you do this? I know people who want a monstera to always have like a specific height. If you want like just a little bit of height and nothing else, you always chop it, right? So you need to understand that that's what comes with plant care, right? So just make sure, just trying to share with you how that will be as well. Above all else, right? Before we talk about anything else, what is the cost of the plant? Why is this point coming towards the end? I don't know. We need to understand the cost of this plant so that I buy a plant within my budget. Why should I want a plant that is not that is beyond my budget? Like, if I can't even buy it, if I can't afford it, should I even focus on buying that plant? Should I even think of everything else that I just listed as a reason to buy the plant, or should I just focus on the budget? Budget is important because we don't want to buy a plant that's outside our budget because we want to be financially free one day, right? To focus on things that matter to us, and if that plant is within your budget and you have really set aside that specific amount for this plant, go get it. Whatever the plant is, just make sure that it's within your affordability. It's within your budget. So for me, for example, I do not buy a plant above $30 for now because I know that I cannot afford to buy a plant that's above $30 when I have so many other options that are below 30. So yeah, that's me for now. Until I am a rich girl, just know that your girl will not do that. So make sure you do the same. And I literally save my money every month. A little bit goes towards my plant budget. This year though, I will have a lot because I haven't bought a plant in a long time. So my budget is literally, my money is saving up and it's going up and up. So I might be able to afford $100 plant, not because I want the $100 plant, but because I've been saving enough to get to the $100 plant, right? So just make sure you do the same when you're also buying your plants. Just make sure that you focus on specific budgets. Don't just go out and buy $1,000 plant only for it to die on you. Why am I hating? It will not die. It might be the best plant you have. It might actually be the good. I want a pink princess philodendron so bad, but I looked at the price. It was $79 the last time I checked, and I was like, I really want this plant, but can I afford to buy a $79 plant right now? The answer was no, so I didn't. But now I might have the money because I've been saving up since then. I've been saving up $5 at a time. You know what $5 does? You get to 79. So you never know. I might have my pink princess this coming spring. I don't want to buy plants during winter because sometimes they're not looking as good. So we'll wait until spring and then we'll buy some plants, okay? Buying from reputable sources, guys. We need to buy our plants from places that are not killing this climate. I know that I'm one of those people who just buys plants because it's cheap, it's affordable. Make sure that we are buying our plants from reputable sources if that's important to you. If sustainability and all that comes with it is important to you, make sure that you get your plants in the right spaces. Besides just buying from anywhere and every place you find, I know like rare plants have a little bit of issues there where people are now getting plants that are either going extinct and that are literally illegal to get into the country wherever you are, yet you have it in your house. It just depends on you. What matters to you is what you do. If that matters to you, just make sure that you research a little bit about the companies that you're buying from and not just get plants randomly. Some people are stealing from nurseries. Some people are doing the craziest things to get stealing from botanicals just to get a specific rare plant they want. That is not good. Let's make sure that we get our plants from the right sources that are reputable, that are ethical means to getting plants. Let's just focus on that, right? And the very last point, seasonality. I want you to know that plants are going to look different during spring, summer, or winter, for whatever season it is. Plants are going to live life just like how you see trees changing throughout the year, right? Plants are going to be like that. There's a season for dormancy. Is it called dormancy? I don't know. There's a season when they are dominant. I think I was right? I was right. English is my second language, but let's go. There's a season when plants are dormant. And then there's a season when plants start like growing, giving you flowers. If they bloom, they're going to start showing you that we are about to bloom. I actually have a tradescantia blooming right now. I'll take a little clip. It's like little flowers on top. It's so cute. But there are different seasons for everything. So you get plants that are blooming in winter, like that one. You get plants that bloom during spring. Some bloom late summer. Some plants grow so big during summer. Some plants are like, we are forever going to just be chilling. We don't care about new growth. I have my ZZ plants shooting new shoots right now, and I'm shocked. I'm like, where are you getting the energy? Because this is supposed to be winter time, but they are doing the thing. So I'm just saying, make sure that you understand seasonalities of plant growth and all that. Just understand a little bit more about the specific plant you want to see how it's going to be in your space. Is it going to be blooming like crazy during different times of the year? Is it going to give you new shoots whenever or not? Is it going to be a plant that's going to be the same size for a long time or not? Just make sure you understand that. So with this, guys, I just want to say, go out there, get your plant. So I'm going to come back today, right now. Another video is coming, so we're going to talk about where to buy the plants that we just mentioned, about all the things you need to understand. Oh, what type of a plant I want, what is going on. Now we're talking about go get that plant. Just go get that plant, and this is where you're going to get your plant. Let's talk about that soon. Thank you so much for joining me. I am so appreciative. Please subscribe, share, comment. You do the thing. Your girl wants to go to 1,000 subscribers. That's the aim. I need 1,000 subscribers. I need to get there. And we are going there little by little. We are like sitting on 215 subscribers. Like, who sent me to YouTube? And how do I know 200 people? I do not know 200 people in real life. So thank you so much for actually subscribing to my channel and giving me your ears and your eyes whenever you do come and show up. So thank you for watching. I'm so appreciative of you. Just know that I am here for whatever plant needs you might have. As long as it's an easy plant, trust me, I'm here. I'm going to help you. I'm going to share with you what I have been using. I'm not a reputable source when it comes to gardening, except for experience. I only have experience. I do not have academia. You know what I mean? So just know that I am here for you. Just ask any questions you have. Just share with me your own tips as well. What has been working well, what hasn't been working, and tell me, how did you get your first plant? Was it an easy decision to just go get it? Or was it a whole thing about all the things that I just mentioned about, oh my God, how is it going to look? Where am I going to put it? What type of lighting and all that? So just let me know in the comment section, guys. I am so appreciative of you. I thank you. I love you. See you soon. Bye. Bye. These are some peanuts that I'm eating. Do you see that? I hope you do. It's so good. So good.